We're rolling.
Are we rolling?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Church clap.
Wait, where do I look? At you?
Can we do it?
We can now. Do that again.
Okay. I'm ready for it.
Okay. Why do you come to Life Teen?
That sounds like a trick question. I came to Life Teen because my good friend Jennifer invited me. Definitely meeting Dana my 7th grade year for PSR. She's the one who pushed me the most. And then having her 8th grade. Yeah, it's kind of Dana.
I kept coming to Life Teen because it was just like relaxing. Like you can be open, you can be yourself, and y'all love us.
I think it's just like having another family. Like if you're really close with your family, you make the effort to be with them and you don't like try to be away from them. And I think that you gain stuff from it too. And I think that's what keeps me coming back here, is knowing that I have that family here and just getting so much out of it that applies to myself and makes me realize my worth.
I stayed at Life Teen because of the environment that I get here. Like, it's just a very safe environment to be in, and there's people that accept you for who you are, and they won't judge you no matter what you do. And to me, that's why I keep coming, because it's kind of like a safe place for me to be when I feel like I don't fit in anywhere else.
All right, lower the camera. I have stayed at Life Teen because I get so much out of it. Like our lesson today was busyness, and like I feel that on a level more than personal. Like that is like the top of everything is busy for me. And so like it's just a place to come and like let that all go. Like you just stay here and you know, you just talk and stuff. So, oh God.
Just like the sense of peace, it kind of like, and community, like when I like entered the room, like it was like, it immediately like filled me, and I like felt the Holy Spirit and stuff like that, so. Yeah.
The reason why I keep coming back to Life Team is great atmosphere. Everybody's open all the time, and there's you get food. That's a major plus, and everybody's like open and they're nice, they're kind. They'll listen to like everything that you say. It's just like fun in general.
The reason I keep coming back is because the people here are like really open and honest, and I feel like I can trust them. And camp really did help that. Whenever we did Trust Fall and like the spiderweb thing.
But it's just like you can come and meet new people, have some food, learn about God, and like just have fun.
What would you tell someone who's thinking about coming to Life Teen but hasn't actually come here yet?
Definitely come. Like, not even joking, come. Like Dana says all the time, at least try it once. If you hate it, don't come back.
I think I would tell them to try it out, and if they don't like it, of course they don't have to come back, but I know that they're going to like it, because it's not about like converting you to be Catholic or just making you believe a certain way. It's about like just learning more, and I like that it's leading teens closer to Christ, not leading Catholic teens closer to Christ.
Like the scariest part for me, for like whenever Jenna invited me to Life Teen, was just like the stigma of like the Catholic denomination, just because like, I don't know, I just had like a really, I don't know, negative connotation with that. But one thing that I really like about Life Teen is that it's like broken that connotation and like proof that any denomination is about Jesus, and like we're all like a part of the body of Christ. So yeah.
Come to Life Teen. It's awesome.
Why?
The food's great. Seating is great. The people are great. Everything's just great. You learn about God and you actually understand it. I'm awful at this.
I would tell someone who's thinking about coming to Life Teen that they should stop thinking about it, first off, and just come. Because it will literally change your life.
it's a fun experience. My first time here was kind of weird. It was. But I got into it. I did. You definitely think about going into it. Just that you'll definitely have fun in it. Like there's no such thing as favorites, like non-favorites. They're not like you're not being separated. You're like just a person, and every person you take all your personalities and jumble them all together. And that you can just be you.
I think that there's a common misconception with like youth groups and like life teen groups and just like Christian groups in general that we're very like cliquey with the fact that we have this group of people that all believe the same thing. If you don't believe it, you can't be here. But that's not true.
I think
Because
it also like goes back to the fact that there's such a stereotype about church in general, and it's like love God and all this stuff, but there's more to it than that. Like that He loves you back, and that that you're valuable even if you don't believe or you've never gone to church one day in your life. And I think that they expect like if you go to a youth group, you have to know everything and you have to be so deep into a relationship with God, but you really don't have to be at all. And I think that that's where people kind of step back from the whole youth group, life teen thing.
I definitely think that anybody could
Yeah.
walk through this door, and I have total faith in you guys and all of the kids that come here, that no matter what that person says, we're gonna say, okay, like we're not gonna shun them.
What have you learned about God here at Life Teen that you did not know before you came here?
Honestly, just like everything. Like we didn't really have a youth group at my church, so like the only thing like I would have learned was like actually going to church, and I didn't really care about the services because like I don't know, it wasn't interesting to me. So yeah, I mean like probably everything, not everything, but like 85% of what I know I've learned from here.
I have learned everything that I even know. I didn't even know the books of the Bible. I didn't even know we read the Bible. I'm being honest.
So much honesty in these.
I didn't know that we actually believed that Jesus was out and that we actually ate him. Like, I just thought it was a piece of bread. And sometimes it tasted better than other times. Like,
I learned not to give up my entire inheritance for a bowl of soup.
Depends what soup. Like I don't know.
Not lentil
Depends
soup.
what kind of soup.
What have you experienced since coming to Life Teen?
Oh God, okay, obviously I've opened. Like I used to have a hard shell. That's not there that much anymore.
I've experienced God like in other places where like normally I wouldn't see him, just like in the really simple things, like, you know, in people or in nature or in something like that. I think when I came to Life Teen, my relationship with God grew closer so that I found it easier to find him in other places that wasn't just in this room or at church.
I have experienced in the 3 years that I've been coming here love and support.
It feels like home that's not a home, you know? Like, we always joke, we're always like, yeah, we want to go to the Life Teen room and take a nap. Like, because that's just, like, the kind of place it is. I mean, it's like home. Like, you know, you go home and you go, like, take a nap on your couch. Like, this is the, like, I mean, like, we do more than that in here, but...
For the diocese, we cannot nap.
That's probably illegal. I
Please
shouldn't have
cut
said
that out.
Cut it.
My favorite thing that we've done here, we did, like, one of my first times that I came, we did a lesson on how, like, I'm not Catholic, so I don't know if this is, like, pronounced correctly, but the tabernacle, is that how you say it? Like, that, like, we technically, since we take communion and stuff, like, that, I don't know, like, our body is that, and, like, that, I don't know, like, it just made me feel really important, and that, like, God was going to use me in a lot of different ways.
So I love God, and I love food. And at Life Teen, they have God and food. So that's just like...
What's the best thing about Life Team?
Meeting new people and the food. The food's awesome and everyone's just so nice.
What's your favorite thing that we do? I like at the end of a life night whenever we do the deep stuff. Like you turn on the music and we just sit here, or you pray over us. We just talk. Like, I mean, like I like the games and stuff, but I like the stuff after the games where you tell us like what the game actually meant, and we do that stuff.
What's the best thing about Life Team?
I don't think there's just one specific thing. I think it's all around great. And that's coming from me.
The best thing about Life Team is that it's like a small group, but like once like for me I feel like it's like once per week where you can just forget about everything that happens around the outside of the place, and where you can just be yourself once, and that you can just have fun, talk craziness, and basically just enjoy the time that you have.
In my opinion, the best thing about Life Teen is that little like Pope dude. That he's my favorite. Like that was I came and I was like, wow, this is the best thing to ever happen. So I was like, I'm definitely coming back.
What Life Team means to me is definitely a family. Like, I'm not even gonna say second family because it's like, it goes hand in hand with my first family. So,
Life Team means the world to me. I think it's something that I don't know if I would have this, I don't know how I would be here without it in a way. I don't really know where I would be at this point in my life if I didn't have it.
can you see her?
This is the difference.
When I think of Life Teen, I think of a place where I have friends and I have my religion, and that can be together in one. And to me, that's really amazing because it's really hard to find people that share your same beliefs. So it's a lot easier to trust in them.
I definitely experience more like God in my life, and I feel a lot closer to him than I was a couple years ago. Because like since 8th grade, I've been like so much closer, so that's kind of nice. What was my question? Life Teen means everything to me. It has completely changed my life, and I feel like I have a basis for everything else.
It's great. Did you lower it too much? Did I grow some?
No, I had to scoop
I
it.
am actually 5 foot half an inch.
What changes in yourself have you seen since you started coming here?
I've been a lot more critical with myself. Like, I used to just ignore things, I guess. Like, oh, you know, my relationship with Christ, that's there. But no, like, it's here. That's something that's, yeah, that's the big one, I guess.
So how have your relationships changed?
I think it's let me grow closer to a lot of people. And like I think I'm a person that has a lot of friends, but I was always somebody that like never could really like cross that line with somebody of like developing a really good trust. But I think coming here and making that change in me helped me to develop real friendships and not just like an acquaintance with people. And along with that, I think it helped me grow closer to God as well because I was more open about my feelings. So I'm now more open to talking to him, and you know, I'm more accepting of like why things are happening in my life.
Life Teen has helped my relationships, not only with God, of course, because that's its purpose of being here and me coming here and to Life Teen and everything else, but also with family. Like, my mom and I are a lot closer because I've been more open with that. Justin, God, we spent a week together in Georgia. close friends. God, I'm not even saying anything sentimental.
I think that youth ministry is important to teenagers because, I mean, when you look around, especially in an area like ours, it's just small towns, you don't see a whole lot of it, you know? It's just, it's something that, like, if you're a teen that goes to church regularly, if you're automatically, like, an outsider in your school. Like, there's so few teenagers now that don't go to church, they're not religious, they don't believe in any of that. So I think having this support to know that you're not the only person with these values is really good. And I think it's also really good because even if you don't see eye to eye with the Catholic Church or with any church, it's still a good place of acceptance, and we're gonna let you in either way. So I just think it's a good foundation for kids to come in and just be themselves.
It's extremely important because a lot of like people I know and like they don't have those strong adult like role models and people that they can talk to in their lives. Like I know a lot of my friends personally, like they'll talk to like people our age about problems they're going through, and that's awesome, but there is something about going to an adult you trust who has either been through it, what you're going through, or like will understand, and like talking to them about that, because like I have a very strong relationship with like my parents and then my youth leaders, and I'm growing one with like Cassie and Dana, and there's just like something that, I don't know, like you can't get with other people your age when you talk to them. Like, I don't know, it's really cool. I see like God really speak through a lot of the adults in my life, especially here, so that's really awesome. So I've been doing this a lot, so yeah, okay. Don't know what to do with my hands.
Why do you think we need Life Teen at St. George and St. Mary's?
Because I think it really changes lives. I think that having Life Teen here has changed so many people and made them really find themselves and see what their purpose in life is.
Why do we need Life Teen at St. George and St. Mary?
The guidance. I mean, just social media is a big factor. Like you see everything on each end of the spectrum. You see people here that are like the closest with God, and then you see people at the complete other end that have no idea what they could be experiencing here. We're gonna let that.
Don't look at me.
Well, if Life Teen were not here at all, I think I would be in like a downward spiral. I mean, like there have been things in my life that have happened that aren't good things, but I think because of Life Teen, I found the good in them, and without it, I think I would have just become a really negative person, because I have a lot of negative thoughts, like about myself and about life. But coming here has kind of helped me to get rid of some of that and realize how valuable I am and how valuable my life is.
I probably wouldn't have that relationship to build on with God and you guys and friends and whoever else. I wouldn't be a softie. Is that one way? Yeah, that's for sure. I'd still have my shell. Yeah. I still have it a little bit. I try to retain just a little bit. A little bit, not much. Mostly because I can't find the rest of it. I don't know where it went.
I think we're going in with more than most college-bound people would be going in with. And like, I think we kind of have like a head start on life, just having, like Jenna said, morals and having a set of guidelines we want to follow. And like, if we get into situations where we regret what we did or something like that, we know there's a way back to God and stuff like that. And it hopefully would, what's the word I'm looking for, prevent from completely leaving the church or completely giving up on your faith. If that makes any sense.
I mean, I don't know about you, but when I think it was Tiffany, so I'm talking about like, is it Newman Centers at college?
Yeah.
I was like, that's the first thing I'm looking for, like when I go to college, because I'm really excited about that, because I just think it's always exciting to find a new group of people that share the same beliefs as you. So, can you repeat the question?
How do you think your experience here will affect your future?
Okay. I think that my future is definitely more stable because of like my growing relationship with God, because of coming to Life Teen. Not really in the fact that like I know exactly what I'm doing with my life, but I know that wherever I go in my life, like I know that that's the plan that God has for me and that's where he wants me to be. So I think it's going to help me have a more positive outlook on my future.
I think if I would have left for college, gone to high school before I came to Life Teen, but I would have fallen into the trap that everybody else has fallen into of just doing what makes you happy instead of actually doing what you should do and going to church and trying to have a relationship with God, because we swim in sewage, and I think I would be swimming in sewage, for sure. A lot of sewage. I mean, I'm in some sewage, but it would be a lot more sewage without it.
Is there anything else you want to add?
Life Teen's great.
That was super convincing.
I've never won one of the prize things for Life Teen, and I'm very salty, and I feel like God will fix that soon. So I'm gonna keep praying about that. Amen.
I want to thank the good people who watched this video because they definitely have helped us get here. And I mean, they love us. I mean, people come to us all the time. They're like, "We saw your video," and even though it's like humiliating, I mean, we're still getting out there, and I don't know. Just want to thank them.
Good, bro.
What's this?
Time out.